I'm John. I am 21 years old. I'm a college student down at Samford University in Birmingham, and I did the program a year ago. I came to LearningRx because my sophomore year in college, I just had a really rough time with grades mainly, but it just seemed like something was missing. Like I couldn't stay focused in class, and my tests were just terrible. And professors were, getting on me about it, trying to figure out what was going on, and I went to them to get some help, and a couple of them were, sort of helpful, and other ones pretty much told me, something's wrong with you, like, what's your problem type thing. And so at that point, I knew I needed to change something, like something had to happen, because I knew that I couldn't go through the program that I was going through without having something to help me think, I guess. And when I came home after my sophomore year, I went to the doctor, and he just did a little simple assessment just to see if I had ADHD or ADD, and figured out that I actually do have it, and put me on some medicine. And at that point he told me, medicine's not going to be the only thing that's going to help you. He was like, you need to do some sort of cognitive training or something to compensate the medicine as well. And so he actually referred me here to LearningRx, and told me, at least give it a shot, see what happens. And so, I made the necessary calls, and here I am today.
My son, John, was diagnosed with ADD, and he was having some learning issues in college, actually. And he had done very poorly in a class that he had to have to go into a major field. When that happened, we suspected a problem. The physician confirmed it. LearningRx is more about improving the capacity to learn than it is about teaching you information or giving you information. This is about expanding the ability of the brain to take in information, and that's a huge difference.
The first thing they did was they just did an initial assessment just to see where I was at cognitively, and really kind of like how bad it was type thing. Just to see, where we needed to start and what we needed to work on, and waited on those results. And once we got those results, I came in and, had a conference and just kind of made a plan from there of what I needed to do to get to, even beyond my optimum level of functioning.
He had been told that if he didn't pass and I think they said pass, but he had to do kind of well in a couple of classes through the summer school, he would not get into the program that he wanted to get into. And so it was kind of do or die. And he was at the end of his sophomore year, he was going into his junior year. And so the summer that we did this, he was also taking microbiology, retaking chemistry, and then took physiology, and those are difficult classes. And he was in with a lot of pre-med students and professional students, and so while he's doing LearningRx, he's doing that.
My program is 12 weeks over the summer, and I took class all summer. I mean, I did both terms, and so I had different classes for the first half and for the second half. And I mean, even in the first half of the summer, I started seeing, A's on all my tests. I was taking a microbiology class. And so it was, it was a tough class. But I was seeing results in my tests that I had never seen before. I don't think I had ever made an A, at least in college, on a test.
He got an A, he got 2 A's and a B in those 3 classes, so that was pretty good. I think every kid could use this. Especially kids that really feel like they aren't smart, or that they've hit the wall, they can't do things, because they're so limited. When they become limited in their own minds, they're limited. And That's really where John was. He had become, he saw himself as limited. He saw himself as not being able to do things now. And that has completely flipped. John is, you know, he wants the challenge, bring it on, you know. He feels like he can learn kind of anything.
I wasn't an excellent student in high school. I mean, I got by, I did okay. But once I got to college, it was just downhill. So, you know, I was able to excel using the things that I learned here in these classes. So,
the content of this program is awesome, and it will work.